shooting for $1 million on Sunday the 30th. Proceeds benefit the programs and services of Northeast Indiana Easter Seals, the 5th annual $1 Million Shootout, co-sponsored by 21 Alive.
Bad Boys Bobby Brown and Martin Lawrence team up for the big screen on E.T.
It'll be mostly sunny and hot tomorrow with a high of 92, and look for hazy, hot, humid weather through Tuesday with a chance for storms through Monday. Cooler air should arrive by Wednesday, though. Until then, the highs will be in the low to mid-90s with lows right around 70 degrees. Hot and humid. Well, Monday on Liveline, we're going to talk about food stamps with a guest from the Division of Family and Children's Services. So we'll see you then. Have a good weekend.
Television is a great way for people to visually see what the latest developments are in medical technology available in Fort Wayne.
And Medical Matters has been a crucial link in providing people with the latest information so they can make informed choices.
It clearly helps the public get a better understanding of medicine in general and more specifically of special areas of medicine.
I'm Marty Wright. Join me for Medical Matters Monday through Friday at 5, only on WPTA-TV 21 Alive.
Hurry to Nationwide Warehouse for the impossible 44-hour moving sale. If you're moving, going to school, or need new furniture, you've got 44 hours to save at Nationwide. Get this 4-piece bedroom set, only $248, and this leatherless sofa and love seat, only $398. Mattress set from $36. Every item is priced to move, with free layaway and same-day delivery. The impossible 44-hour moving sale. Time is running out. At Nationwide Warehouse, phone 749-5710. Nationwide Warehouse.
My name's Jack Holliday. I make a good cop, but I make an even better sandwich. I've been tracking down Frankie Malone, and all I could think about was Polish ham on soft potato bread, layered with Miracle Whip. The jar was empty. I went for the mayo, but my gut said Bland City, so I borrowed some from Annie. Smart move. A third less fat than mayo and a tangy zip. Nothing makes a sandwich like Miracle Whip. Miracle Whip made my sandwich nice and sassy. Kinda like Annie, but that's a whole nother story.
This is WPTA-TV, Fort Wayne, a Granite Broadcasting Company station.
Hey, you want to have a wipe around here?
Oh, honey, hi. To what do I with a pleasure?
I was hungry. For dinner, too. How about Tulamon?
Oh, honey, I'm up to my eyeballs here. I can't go to Tulamon or anywhere else.
Sure you...
finding why these people died. You know, nobody came up with any answers.
Come on, cart this guy away. Should have been carted away the second time. Something should have been done.
With the entire neighborhood turning against him, Jack Barron decided to leave Sacramento. He moved to a nearby town where he lived with his mother. Roberta's in-laws suddenly noticed that she wasn't herself.
I think now, looking back on it, that she finally came to the conclusion that her son was responsible for those deaths.
And then, on February 27th of this year, Jack Barron called police to say he found his mother dead in her bed.
Positioning of her clothing was a little suspicious to me, and also when I talked with her son, very nonchalant, and one of the first things he was wanting to do was to have her removed for cremation. And that's normally not your normal reactions you get from a family member, especially a close one like a son and mother.
Upon closer examination, the coroner determined there were signs on Roberta's body consistent with foul play.
The findings from our pathologist was asphyxiation due to smothering was the final cause of death, which is ruled as a homicide.
There had been 4 deaths, and this was the first one ruled a homicide. The Sacramento Sheriff's Office reopened the other cases and began digging. Court records say officials found out that Jack had been carrying on an affair around the time his wife Irene died. They also found letters from Irene in which he talked about divorce. Finally, Jack's girlfriend told police that Jack said to his son Jeremy, "I'll make sure you go where your mommy is if you don't behave." July 17th, on what would have been his wife's 38th birthday, Jack Barron was arrested and charged with the murder of his family.
It should never have gone to number 4. It should have stopped after number 1. And for it to continue to the 2 little kids and then to Roberta, it's absolutely saddening and ridiculous.
Today, Jack Barron is in jail awaiting trial. But the question remains, why didn't officials find all this evidence after Irene Barron's death? Why did 3 more innocent people have to die?
I want to know where everybody was when the first one died. Then the second one, then the third one, then the fourth one. Where was everybody?
I see nothing whatever to suggest that our investigators were in any way negligent or derelict in their duties or that they did anything wrong. Could things have been differently? We're going to have to look at it.
But for this family, who has lost their daughter and 2 beautiful grandchildren, knowing why the police didn't act sooner is not as important as having the man they once called their son behind bars.
We were elated because we had waited for such a long time. And then to actually see that picture of him with the detectives on each side, it was great satisfaction.
Jack Barron claims he's innocent. He appeared in a Sacramento courtroom today. His attorney resigned from the case, saying he is too busy to represent the man accused of killing his family. We have much more ahead on A Current Affair. The uptown girl dumped the uptown guy 7 months after they got married. And we'll tell you the shocking statement Susan Smith made to her ex-husband from behind bars.
Gets hungry neath the big sky. A big deal, hope you're driving by. Gather up all the young'uns inside. This deal's made for a big appetite.
It's 4 for $5 time. 4 Arby's beef and cheddar sandwiches for just $5. If you love cheese, you can't beat beef and cheddar, and you definitely can't beat this deal.
Saddle up, hurry on by. It's better out here beneath the western sky.
It's 4 for $5 time.
In the past, varicose vein treatment was painful, expensive, and required hospitalization. But now you can enjoy cosmetically superior results with little or no discomfort. The Midwest Vein Clinic has developed a revolutionary new technique in the treatment of varicose veins. Since no hospital stay is necessary, you'll return home the same day. Board-certified vascular surgeons are on staff with over 20 years' experience in the treatment of venous problems. Call today to arrange an appointment.
In life, you need variety. That's why Baskin-Robbins has over 31 varieties. That's also why Comcast has over 31 channels. Chocolate Mousse Royale, ESPN. Cherries Jubilee, HBO. Jamocha Almond Fudge, CNN. Pralines and Cream, Cinemax. Reese's Peanut Butter Cup, A&E. And now you have another choice. Hook up to Comcast now, and your installation is only 31 cents. Plus, you'll also get 31 free ice cream cones from Baskin-Robbins. So just call this number and see how delicious variety can be.
Scott's is a great company to work for.
Good people, good working conditions, and good friends.
Scott's, someplace you'll love to shop and someplace you'll love to work.
And I really like Scott's because of the flexible hours they offer.
Scott's Associates receive an exceptional wage package, insurance, pension plan, 401k savings plan, paid vacations and holidays, educational assistance, plus flexible hours.
Join the people pleaser team.
Scott's, we're your store.
Juvenile crime is a constant problem for police, but one cop in Philadelphia has a solution. Make the kids in the street your friend. Janet Tamaro has the story.
Draw weapon.
In North Philadelphia, in a neighborhood troubled by street crime and violence, patrol officer Jerry Tatarin has become something of a local hero.
Hey, how you doing? And no, I don't have any inner tubes today.
Temple University Precinct has had foot patrol officers for years, but none quite like this 51-year-old father of 3 and grandfather of 4, Jerry Tatarin.
We're just walking.
Like I always walk.
Jerry strolls the streets every day like the Pied Piper. You see, as the community relations officer for the police patrolling these housing projects, his job isn't to bust kids, it's to befriend them.
With the bus. Everybody likes the one with the bus. There are no bad kids, really. You know, they're real good kids.
They're going to blank you out.
Jerry takes an interest in these kids and their lives. In many cases, they don't have a father to look up to, but they do have Officer Jerry. He tries to teach them right from wrong. He tries to nurture their self-esteem. He believes in policing with kindness.
He takes us like for walks and stuff. He takes them faces.
At a time when cops talk tough in their battle against street crime, Jerry's colleagues say his special touch is an inspiration to them.
He have established himself not just as that police officer, but a friend and a great role model. And that's what these kids out there need, a real role model.
Many of these children come from broken homes, and violence is a way of life. Tiny Kiki knows how deadly guns can be. Her father was shot and killed.
He got shot by his nephew.
As with Kiki, Jerry listens hard to what these kids have to say, and he encourages them to stay in school.
Well, why don't you bring the report card? Hurry up. Go get your report card.
Officer Jerry takes scholastic encouragement very seriously. When the kids get A's, Jerry makes sure all the cops chip in a few dollars.
When they bring in a report card, I take it through our administrative offices. I take it through the detectives and the chief's office and our radio room, and I collect money for them. You gonna keep on doing it, man?
Yes.
Okay, you just keep doing that.
You're skinning me. I think it's a racket.
For 13-year-old Jamal, there's a part of him that makes him achieve just to please Jerry.
He loves to play with kids and bring kids around. He's a good role model to me.
After school, Officer Jerry lets the kids take over police headquarters.
Your paper, too? Okay, we'll get you another one. Okay, now everybody behave now, okay? Ooh, that's hot.
Officer Jerry will tell you that when his kids triumph over adversity and pave the way for a bright future, every step of the foot patrol is well worth it.
Feels good, you know, that when they come out and pester you all the time. Officer Jerry, Officer Jerry. Nobody wants to be a spaceman?
In his free time, Officer Jerry takes the kids camping and to ball games. There is much more ahead on A Current Affair. We go behind the scenes at Melrose Place. And next, the shocking details that David Smith is now ready to reveal.
Tomorrow on A Current Affair, the kombucha mushroom, miracle cure, or just plain dangerous?
It seems that every year, those other stations are buying new weather systems and claiming weather war victory. Reliable forecasting is more than colorful radar maps. It takes experience to understand how to use them. NEXRAD Doppler is an important tool in forecasting the weather. That's why 33 News has been using NEXRAD for the last 2 years, long before those other two stations made the commitment. So don't get caught up in the hype. For accurate and dependable weather forecasts, turn to 33 News, because experience counts.
1, 2, 3.
Fazoli's Italian Trio, Fettuccine Alfredo, Baked Ziti, and your choice of garden salad or lemon ice. For just a little do-re-mi.
Fazoli's Real Italian.
Okay, boys, it's time we brought a little Vegas to Indiana.
Let's go!
It's the Flying Alvi here to introduce new Hoosier Lottery Instant Keno.
Yeehaw! Plays like Vegas Keno! The more you match, the more you win! Up to $10,000 instantly!
Drop in your nearest retailer today and play new Instant Keno.
Man, I hope they're not out of jelly donuts down there.
New Instant Keno. Also try new Beat the Dealer and Double Dough.
Now, you don't pay separately for a bike and its wheels or a shoe and its laces, so why pay one price for eyeglass frames and another for lenses? I mean, that's how most places sell them. But New Vision Opticals made it simple. Frames and lenses together for one low price. Every pair of glasses in the store from $49.95 to designers like Guess, Anne Klein, and Perry Ellis. A complete pair of glasses for one low price. New Vision Optical, where you also get UV protection at no extra charge. Any questions?
They get no kick being thrown from a plane. 1,000 football doesn't thrill them at all. So tell me, why should it be true that they get a kick out of do 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 do. All right, now. Do do.
Union, South Carolina is abuzz today. It's over a book and a videotape. Mary Garfello is standing by in Union with the latest. Mary.
Penny, it is now the defense's turn to try to turn the sympathy towards Susan Smith and convince the jury she should live. On the stand today was Scotty Vaughn, Susan Smith's older brother, who read for the jurors a letter he had written Susan explaining about their father's suicide. But the prosecution seems to have ended its case strongly, leaving behind some very powerful images with the jurors. Photographs of little Michael and Alex strapped in their car seats when the car was pulled from the lake. And even more disturbing, a reenactment video.
Until now, we could only imagine what it was like for little Michael and Alex Smith the day they died. But yesterday in court, the jury got to see firsthand a scene very much like what the boys saw. The prosecution played this videotape, shot from the boys' point of view. It gives a chilling perspective of what it might have been like for Michael and Alex as the car they were strapped into was rolled into John D. Long Lake by their own mother. Slowly, the water level inside the car rose. The seconds ticked by for what surely must have seemed like hours. It took a total of 6 minutes before the car sank completely into the murky water. The demonstration offered yet another glimpse into this horrible tragedy. But perhaps the most revealing information is contained in David Smith's book that has just hit the stores. It's called Beyond All Reason, My Life with Susan Smith. The timing of the book's release was no coincidence. It went on sale at the Union newsstand yesterday, just hours after David Smith finished giving his emotional testimony.
They've been selling really well.
You got them at what time?
About 5.
And how many do you have left?
Oh, possibly. Got 150. We probably have sold 50 or 75.
Already?
Yeah.
The book is packed with stories about Tiffany Moss, David's girlfriend. It chronicles how Tiffany secretly followed Susan Smith around town, trying to gather evidence of Susan's affair with Tom Finley. According to the book, Tiffany was tailing Susan in the days before the murders, and even that fateful night up to 2 hours before the boys were drowned. David also tells of how he visited Susan in jail just 3 weeks after she confessed. He said Susan Smith apologized and talked about the possibility of a future together should she ever be released. She said, quote, "I hope that maybe we can get back together and have more kids," end quote. David writes that he was speechless.
59, 69.
The book also talks about the nights of prayer vigils, falsely awaiting the return of the boys. David describes how alienated his family felt by Susan's family and details an incident when his father almost came to blows with Susan's stepfather, Beverly Russell.
He would have compassion in his heart.
Through his attorney, David Smith has admitted that he has received a large advance for his book. He says he will keep $20,000 and donate the rest to charity. Just ahead, as the current affair continues, in his day job as a fireman, they called him a hero. It's his night job that got him in trouble.
You've only got 3 more days.
3 days?
To shop Sears Brand Central and not get a bill until next year.
You must be joking.
The National Home Appliance Sale's almost over. Get 0% finance charge for 6 months on all appliances and camcorders.
Now that's a zero with something to it.
No billing, no payments, no finance charge till January.
As in next year.
That's right. And unlike some stores, no strings attached.
So there are no surprises.
But it all ends Saturday at Sears Brand Central.
I think I better get over there.
I demand clean, but I hate cleaning toilets. So I use 2000 Flushes Blue. Keeps it sparkling with every flush. for up to 4 months. Honey, there's more to life than cleaning. Why use brushes when there's 2,000 flushes?
Come, Hector, I will make you lunch.
Because Hector Boyardee enjoyed his favorite foods so much.
Good food takes time.
He grew up to become Chef Boyardee, making hot, wholesome foods that everyone.
Domino's deep dish always gets. And how was quite a reaction.
Your day, Mom.
Oh, just?
Peachy. This is one deep pizza.
Nothing deeper. It's Domino's.
Ultimate deep dish.
Real cheese, zesty herbs, all on a golden thick crust.
Woof, woof.
Domino's. Buy a 2 or more topping deep dish pizza at regular price and get any medium 1 topping pizza free. That's a free medium pizza when you order a deep dish pizza. Call now.
Someone knows what it feels like to hide from the world. Someone knows what it feels like to be afraid.
I just want to die.
Someone knows what loneliness feels like, what hopelessness feels like, what secrets feel like. Maybe that someone is you. If you suffer from depression, call Charter at 1-800-CHARTER. If you don't get help at Charter, please get help somewhere.
Hugh Grant made a mystery trip to New York last night. According to sources, he's in town with his girlfriend, Elizabeth Hurley. Grant is having a string of bad luck. Back in London, burglars ransacked the couple's home. And there are other celebrities in the news today.
Next time, we're going to be unbeatable, right? Breaking up doesn't seem hard to do for Christy Brinkley. Her split with hubby number 2, millionaire developer Richard Taubman, comes just 7 weeks after the birth of their baby boy. It's only 7 months since Christy and Richard said I do. Now it could be Splitsville.
Houston, we have a problem.
The film Apollo 13 continues to skyrocket at the box office. Today, silver screen astronaut Tom Hanks showed up with his real-life counterpart, Jim Lovell, at Washington, D.C.'s National Press Club.
We want to do any sort of a movie that allows us to be a cowboy, an army man, a baseball player, and, in fact, an astronaut. It was like being in hell.
2 years ago, after the World Trade Center bombing, firefighter Bill Bresnan was hailed as a hero. Now he's facing the heat for exposing flesh in a steamy R-rated flick.
And where is the special treat?
Bresnan's role in Bikini Bistro could cost him his job. New York's fire department is investigating. In Los Angeles, our camera was there when the Melrose Place gang geared up for the new season. Watch for Heather Locklear's fake cuts and bruises. And Andrew Shue will be sporting a new look, tattered grunge.
Words were exchanged, no heated words, no cursing, no shoving, nothing.
Sylvester Stallone is talking about a fracas he says never happened on the set of his latest movie, Assassins. A TV cameraman in Puerto Rico has filed a $500,000 lawsuit against the tough guy, saying Stallone took his videotape and roughed him up.
No one was touched. He gave the videotape he'd been filming. They viewed it and gave it back to him, and that was the end of the incident. No one got any closer than I am right now.
Sly says he will fight the lawsuit. Now, coming up tomorrow, the mushroom that ate Hollywood.
The kombucha mushroom, a wonder fungus sweeping Hollywood that may help with everything from acne to AIDS.
When people drink kombucha tea, they have more energy, their skin is better, their hair is fuller.
But could these magic mushrooms be just plain dangerous?
I know people that have gotten ill from it.
That's next time. Thanks for joining us today on A Current Affair. I'm Penny Daniels. I'll see you tomorrow.
Now it's your Saturday, hurry!